Bex United stand, we won by 2-0 there. Made hard work of it because the first half wasn't great, but second half, all right, innit?
It was all right. It felt like we were going to win the whole time. You know, we had the pressure on. We were the better team throughout. I think you can hear from people here. Sanchez was impressive today.
What did you make of him today? Yeah, I mean, we didn't want him on that side instead of Martial, but that's what happened today. Martial out the side, but we'll talk about that afterwards. But Sanchez, he was brilliant, wasn't he? He's at heart of everything today.
He was excellent. I mean, I had a much better view of him today than what I did the previous two games. Spurs game, I was a bit out in the corner. I didn't see the intricacy that he brings to his game, and same with the Oval as well. You know, being a bit lower down in a smaller stadium, but today I was a bit higher up, and I got to see a lot more of what he did, and he looks really, really good.
He was at the hot, like, he comes in on that half turn, and when we were looking like we were a little bit static, nothing's going on, he takes that risk. You know, he tries to take players on, and he gets them turned.
Yeah, it's the chasing down he does as well. You know, if he loses a ball, I think right towards the end he put a ball through to who was it through to? Pogba, and then he chased it down straight away.
And he actually ran past Pogba to try and win it back.
Yeah, he looks like a really, really good buy for us. You know, the team as a whole still isn't clicking as we want it to. You know, today we had some strange choices in the team that was lined up, but still, you know, we got the result despite Pogba being on the bench and McTominay starting, which was my big worry.
With the Pogba thing, I mean, he was on the bench. Do you think there was a little bit of footage with him and Jose on the sidelines against Spurs, giving it some arguing? Do you think he got dropped because of that? Do you think that was Mourinho just putting his foot down and saying, hold on a minute?
I think he's telling you, I'm the boss. You don't argue with me in front of anyone. And I agree with that to some degree, but at the same time, I don't come here to see McTominay in midfield. I come here to see Pogba. You know, one of our best players. I love Pogba. I think maybe that should have been sorted out prior to this game, but it wasn't. He taught him a lesson. He came on. He still came on. He played really well when he came on. So, you know, hopefully he'll get his place back in the team.
McTominay, you know, rare start, 90 minutes, but he did all right. I know it was in place of Pogba, and we all had our eyebrows raised and wondered why. But to be fair to him, he did all right, didn't he?
Didn't do a lot wrong. Didn't do anything I think that's the kind of player he is. He's a keep it simple kind of player. You know, I compared him to Darren Fletcher, and I think I still stand by that as a decision. You know, he's going to be a good player for us. Would I play him in front of Pogba ever again? Never. No.
Even if Pogba's injured.
Well, yeah, I'd probably still go for Herrera right now. But still, you know, but we won today, so Jose's decision was vindicated based on that. I don't want to see that again. If you know, I want Pogba to be playing. I want him to be our main man. But at the same time, I want him to make sure his attitude's right, and I don't want to see him arguing with the manager.
Phil Jones out the side, obviously should be down to this shocking game against Spurs. Do you think that was too harsh not even to be on the bench, or that's what was needed? He needed just a game out to kind of relax himself and compose himself again?
I heard it was an injury. So if that's the case, fine. Would you
have dropped him then?
No, I think I'd have him over Smalling every day of the week. He's a better player. He scored an own goal, but you know, defenders score own goals. The own goal he scored was unlucky. You know, it wasn't defensive error; it was unlucky, and it was really unfortunate because of the situation we were in after conceding so early, and that put the final nail in the coffin. But I don't blame Phil Jones for the way we played. I blame every single player in that team for the way we played. You know, and a lot of them are lucky to have kept their place, but. You know, if we're looking at team decisions, Luke Shaw starting today was a massive plus. I thought he was good again. He has to be the number one left back.
Is that it now? Does he just need to stay in the side, 90 minutes every game, starting left back? We've got one right here.
My choice, yeah. I mean, I'm not the manager. I don't know as much as Jose does, but I would have him over Ashley Young. I'd have Ashley Young back in as backup for both him and Valencia, and he will get plenty of opportunities like that. But you know, I think Shaw and Valencia are our two best full-backs, wing-backs, whatever formation we decide to play in.
Martial out the side. I don't know what you thought. I thought that was harsh. I mean, we didn't get Sanchez to replace Martial. We got him to aid players like that, and Martial's been playing really well. Got us out of a lot of deep holes recently. What did you make of him not starting the game?
I hope he was resting him. Yeah. I hope he was just trying to recharge his batteries and giving him some time off. You know, because I want Martial to be playing. I think he's a superstar in the making. I think he's very close to becoming one of the best players we've got. You know, and potentially a world beater. So, you know, I want them both to be in the same team together. You know, my ideal situation would be to have Sanchez on the right, Martial on the left, and that works really well for me. If he dropped him because of his performance against Tottenham, maybe deserved it because he didn't play well, but no one played well. You know, Lingard didn't play well, and I love Lingard. Lukaku didn't play well; he kept his place.
You could have a whole host of people who could have made wholesale changes for that game, maybe bar Valencia for that. I think.
I think Valencia didn't have a lot to do in that game either. I don't think anyone had. I haven't watched it back. You know, I watched the game at the time and I hated every second of it. And
It's a blip. When we got back to winning ways today, that's all that matters, isn't it? I mean, on a day like today, you know, coming up to the anniversary of the Munich disaster, you know, we got the win and the feel-good factor was about the place. Alexis Sanchez buzzing around and we got there, didn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, also something else I thought was brilliant was the minute silence before the game. It was immaculate.
By both sets of fans as well.
Both fans, yeah. Normally you can hear a phone go off, or you can hear one idiot shouting something because they want to be heard. None of that today. You know, everyone respected. You know what a horrible disaster it was. It's the history of our club. You know, and it was brilliant to see that. And I think that minute, well, that second straight away after, when the whistle goes and the minute silence is over, that atmosphere suddenly, that roar, it's a special moment. And you know, there's a lot of heartfelt in that. So I thought it was really great.
Man of the match today?
Sanchez, quite clearly for me. I know he missed his penalty as well. So
he got lucky with the penalty, but you know.
People who got him in fantasy, they've lost points on that, even though he scored. So, but yeah, Sanchez, he had intricate passing, really good moments today, and I was really happy with the way he played. So, I think probably, well, in fact, him by a mile today.
United.
Thanks very much, talking to us, James.
United.
Cheers.